Peace is a treasure, but it's not something that just comes upon us by chance. Peace is cultivated. It is the result of living life with intention, alignment, and discipline. Many are searching for peace externally, hoping to find it in their circumstances, but real peace starts with God. Today I want to share with you the keys to unlocking that inner peace so you can live a life that radiates tranquility, even in a world filled with chaos. First, know your purpose. Life without purpose is like a ship without a destination, tossed around by the winds of uncertainty. When you discover your purpose, you set the course for your life. Everything becomes clearer. Your decisions are aligned, your energy is focused, and peace follows naturally. Purpose is the foundation upon which peace is built. Next, learn to let go of control. One of the greatest sources of stress is trying to control what you cannot. We live in a world where so much is outside of our hands: people, events, even certain outcomes. The secret is knowing when to let go and trust that things will fall into place. Let go of the need to manage every detail, and you'll find a profound sense of relief. Peace isn't found in control, it's found in surrender. To live peacefully, you must also forgive easily. Forgiveness isn't for the benefit of others, it's for your own peace of mind. When you hold on to grudges and bitterness, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to be harmed. Release that burden. Choose forgiveness, and in doing so, you free yourself to experience peace on a deeper level. Another key is to practice gratitude. A heart that is constantly thankful is a heart that knows peace. When you focus on what you have, instead of what you lack, you shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude brings contentment, and contentment brings peace. Every day, take time to reflect on the blessings you already have. Peace thrives in a grateful heart. It's also crucial to limit distractions. We live in an age of constant noise, both externally and internally. The more distractions you allow into your life, the more your peace is disturbed. Cut off the negative influences, the deadly influences, the unnecessary noise, and the draining relationships. Protect your peace by being intentional about what you allow into your mind and spirit. Simplifying your life is another powerful step. Complexity breeds stress, but simplicity fosters peace. Too many commitments, too much clutter, and too many conflicting priorities can create internal chaos. Declutter your life physically, mentally, and emotionally. When you simplify, you make room for peace to enter. Manage your thoughts. The battlefield for peace is often in the mind. If you allow your thoughts to run wild with worry, fear, and negativity, peace will be elusive. But if you discipline your mind to focus on truth, positivity, and faith, peace becomes your companion. You control your thoughts, and by controlling them, you control the peace in your life. Additionally, you must learn to value relationships over possessions. Possessions can bring temporary satisfaction, but they cannot bring peace. Peace is found in love, connection, and meaningful relationships. Prioritize people, not things. When you nurture relationships, you create an environment of love. And where love thrives, peace is always present. Patience is a virtue that leads to peace. We live in a fast-paced world, but impatience leads to frustration. When you're patient with yourself and with others, you release the pressure to perform or rush through life. Peace is found in the moments where you embrace the process and trust that everything will unfold in due time. The greatest secret to peace is to stay connected to your source. There is a higher power that governs the universe, and when you remain connected to that power, you tap into a well of peace that is unshakable. Cultivate your spiritual life daily. Seek that connection, and in it, you will find the ultimate peace that transcends all understanding. Peace is not an accident, it's a deliberate choice. It's the result of living a life aligned with purpose, letting go of control, forgiving, practicing gratitude, simplifying, and staying connected to the source of all peace. If you apply these principles, you will not only find peace, you will live it. Peace is within you, waiting to be uncovered. Live it, embrace it, and let it guide you through every season of life. Purpose is the compass of life. Without it, you're like a ship adrift, subject to the whims of the wind and waves, moving but with no clear direction. When you understand your purpose, everything changes. You begin to live with intention, clarity, and focus. Your decisions become more meaningful, and your actions align with something greater than yourself. It is as though the pieces of your life start falling into place, not because everything is perfect, but because you know where you are headed. Purpose gives meaning to both the highs and lows of life. When you know why you're here, even setbacks and challenges serve a purpose. They are no longer random frustrations, but steps in your journey of growth. A sense of purpose transforms obstacles into opportunities for learning, shaping you into the person you're meant to be. You are no longer overwhelmed by the difficulties because your eyes are set on the bigger picture. Moreover, purpose fuels perseverance. When you have clarity about why you're doing something, you're able to push through moments of doubt and discouragement. Purpose drives you to keep moving forward when others would give up. It's the inner fire that keeps you going, even when external circumstances seem bleak. Without it, the challenges of life can drain your energy and leave you feeling lost. Knowing your purpose also brings peace because it eliminates confusion and indecision. You no longer waste time chasing after things that don't serve you or align with your destiny. Your energy is focused, your priorities are clear, and you stop being pulled in different directions by other people's opinions or societal pressures. Purpose simplifies your life, removing the unnecessary clutter that often clouds our minds and causes stress. Purpose also connects you to something bigger than yourself. It's not just about personal fulfillment, it's about contributing to the world in a way that leaves a lasting impact. This connection to a larger mission brings a sense of significance and fulfillment that material success alone cannot provide. When you know your purpose, you live not just for yourself, but for a greater cause, and that brings deep satisfaction. And when you live with purpose, peace follows naturally. Your life is anchored. Your steps are guided. And even in times of uncertainty, you trust that you are on the right path. The confidence that comes from purpose is unshakable. And with it, you experience a profound sense of inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. Purpose doesn't just give direction, it brings a deep, abiding sense of peace that sustains you through life's many seasons. Letting go of control is one of the most liberating choices you can make in life. We often believe that control gives us security, that by managing every detail of our lives, we can prevent chaos and ensure things go our way. But in reality, the need for control only breeds stress, anxiety, and frustration. The more we cling to control, the more we realize how little we actually have control over. Life is full of uncertainties, and trying to micromanage every aspect only leaves us exhausted and disappointed. Letting go doesn't mean giving up, it means accepting the reality that there are things beyond your power. It's about understanding the balance between what you can change and what you must release. There are areas in life where your actions and decisions have influence, but beyond that, you must learn to trust the process and allow things to unfold as they are meant to. When you surrender the need to control, you open yourself to a greater flow of peace. One of the most profound aspects of letting go of control is trusting that everything has a divine order. The universe operates on a timeline far greater than our limited understanding. When you stop trying to force outcomes and instead align with the flow of life, you create space for better things to emerge. Sometimes what we think is best for us is far less than what's truly possible. By letting go, you allow space for unexpected blessings, opportunities, and solutions to come into your life. Letting go also frees you from the weight of perfectionism. Often the desire to control is rooted in a belief that everything must be perfect, that you must always succeed, always have it together, always make the right choices. But the truth is, life is messy, and that's okay. Letting go of control means embracing imperfection and accepting that failure, mistakes, and uncertainty are part of the journey. When you release the pressure to control every outcome, you allow yourself to grow and learn in ways that rigid control never permits. Furthermore, letting go of control is an act of trust. It's trusting that you have done your best, and now it's time to let things unfold. It's trusting that life or a higher power knows what you need and will guide you to it in the right time. Trust is the antidote to anxiety. When you let go and trust the process, you experience a sense of relief because you no longer carry the burden of trying to manage everything on your own. Trust brings peace, and peace comes from knowing that whatever happens, you will be okay. Another benefit of letting go of control is that it improves your relationships. When you stop trying to control other people, their actions, their feelings, their choices, you create space for healthier, more authentic connections. Control often creates tension and distance in relationships because people naturally resist being controlled. Letting go allows others to be themselves, and it allows you to experience relationships built on mutual respect, understanding, and love. This openness fosters deeper, more peaceful relationships. Letting go of control is about freedom. It's the freedom to live without constantly worrying about what's next, the freedom to enjoy the present moment, and the freedom to trust that everything will work out as it should. When you stop clinging to control, you release the tension that comes with it, and you begin to experience life with more ease. Peace is not found in controlling every outcome. It's found in surrendering to the flow of life and trusting that whatever happens, you have the strength to handle it. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful acts you can practice, yet it is often one of the most difficult. Many people hold on to grudges and offenses, believing that by refusing to forgive, they are somehow protecting themselves from further hurt. However, the truth is that holding on to anger and resentment only harms you. It keeps you trapped in the past, replaying the hurt over and over, robbing you of your peace and joy in the present. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is a gift you give to yourself, a pathway to freedom and healing. When you forgive, you release the emotional weight that you've been carrying. Resentment is like a heavy burden that drags you down. It affects your thoughts, your mood, and even your physical health. Studies have shown that holding on to anger and bitterness can lead to stress, anxiety, and even physical ailments like high blood pressure. Forgiveness, however, brings lightness to your heart. It clears away the negative emotions that cloud your spirit and allows you to experience peace. Forgiveness is not about condoning the wrongs done to you or pretending that they didn't hurt. It's about acknowledging the hurt and then choosing to let go. You're not erasing the past, but you are deciding not to let it control your future. By holding on to anger, you give power to the person who wronged you. You allow them to continue affecting your thoughts, emotions, and well-being. Forgiveness is taking back that power. It's reclaiming control over your own peace and happiness, no longer allowing someone else's actions to dictate your emotional state. Another important aspect of forgiveness is understanding that it is for your benefit, not necessarily for the other person. The person who hurt you may never apologize or recognize the pain they caused. They may never change, but that doesn't have to keep you trapped in bitterness. Forgiveness is about freeing yourself. It's deciding that you will no longer carry the weight of anger, even if the other person never acknowledges their wrongs. It's about choosing peace for yourself, regardless of the other person's actions or attitudes. Forgiving easily doesn't mean you forget what happened or become a doormat for others to walk over. Boundaries are essential in relationships, and forgiveness doesn't mean you allow someone to continue hurting you. It simply means you are choosing not to hold on to the emotional pain of the past. You can forgive someone while still setting boundaries to protect yourself from future harm. Forgiveness and wisdom go hand in hand. Additionally, forgiveness opens the door for healing. When you hold on to bitterness, you prevent yourself from moving forward. You remain stuck in the hurt, unable to heal, because you are constantly reliving the pain. But when you forgive, you begin to heal. Forgiveness allows the wounds to close so that you can move on with your life. It doesn't mean the hurt disappears immediately, but it does mean you are no longer chained to it. Healing becomes possible when you release the grip of unforgiveness. Forgiving easily also brings you closer to peace because it aligns you with compassion and empathy. When you choose to forgive, you begin to understand that we are all imperfect and we all make mistakes. You realize that just as you have been hurt, you have likely hurt others as well. This recognition softens your heart and makes forgiveness a little easier. It shifts your perspective from one of judgment to one of understanding. Compassion leads to peace because it dissolves the anger that blocks your heart from experiencing true tranquility. Forgiveness is a choice, and it often requires practice. It's not always a one-time decision, but something you may have to choose over and over again. Some wounds take time to heal, and the process of forgiving may take time as well. But with each step of forgiveness, you draw closer to peace, you release a little more of the pain, and you make room for more peace in your heart. When you forgive easily, you set yourself free from the cycle of revenge and retaliation. Holding on to grudges often leads to a desire for payback or seeing the other person suffer. But this only perpetuates negativity in your life. It keeps you entangled in a toxic cycle of hurt and revenge with no real resolution. Forgiveness breaks that cycle. It puts an end to the negative energy and allows you to move on. In choosing peace over revenge, you free yourself from the endless loop of bitterness. Forgiveness strengthens your spirit. It takes great courage and inner strength to forgive someone who has wronged you. It requires humility and grace to let go of the offense. But each time you choose forgiveness, you grow stronger. You build resilience and develop a deeper sense of peace within yourself. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of inner strength. It shows that you have the power to rise above the hurt, that you are not defined by what others have done to you, but by how you choose to respond. Forgiveness is the gateway to peace. It releases you from the chains of past hurts, allows you to heal, and opens your heart to experience true peace and joy. By forgiving easily, you protect your peace and safeguard your spirit from the poison of bitterness. You create space in your life for healing, growth, and a deeper connection to peace that is unshakable. Gratitude is one of the most transformative practices you can adopt to live a peaceful life. It shifts your perspective from what you lack to what you already have, and in doing so, it changes your entire outlook on life. Many people spend their days focused on what's missing, what they haven't achieved, or what could be better. This mindset creates anxiety, frustration, and dissatisfaction because they are constantly striving for more, never content with the present moment. But when you practice gratitude, you flip the script. You begin to see the blessings in your life that you may have overlooked, and this awareness cultivates a sense of peace and fulfillment. Gratitude grounds you in the present. Instead of worrying about the future or dwelling on the past, gratitude anchors you in the here and now. It invites you to notice the small, everyday blessings that often go unnoticed: the warmth of the sun, the comfort of a good meal, the presence of loved ones. When you take time to appreciate these simple things, you realize that peace is not found in the grand achievements or material possessions, but in the beauty of the moment you are living in right now. Gratitude helps you save a life rather than rushing through it. Gratitude also has a powerful way of changing how you respond to challenges. Life is not always easy, and difficulties are inevitable. However, when you practice gratitude, you begin to see even your challenges in a new light. You recognize that every setback, every hardship carries a lesson or an opportunity for growth. Instead of being consumed by frustration, you start to appreciate the resilience and strength you gain through overcoming difficulties. Gratitude shifts your focus from why is this happening to me to what can I learn from this. This change in perspective fosters inner peace as you stop fighting against your circumstances and start seeing them as part of your personal journey. Another profound benefit of gratitude is that it helps you cultivate contentment. In a world that constantly pushes you to want more, achieve more, and be more, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison and dissatisfaction. But gratitude reminds you that what you have right now is enough. It quiets the noise of comparison and allows you to find joy in what you already possess. Contentment is a key ingredient for peace because it allows you to rest in the knowledge that you are already blessed, that you already have enough, and that you are enough. Gratitude also strengthens your relationships. When you practice gratitude, you begin to appreciate the people in your life more deeply. Instead of taking them for granted or focusing on their flaws, you become mindful of their positive quality, the love they bring, and the support they provide. Expressing gratitude to those around you fosters deeper connections as people feel valued and appreciated. Healthy, loving relationships are a cornerstone of a peaceful life, and gratitude plays a significant role in nurturing those bonds. Moreover, gratitude diminishes negative emotions like envy, anger, and resentment. It's nearly impossible to feel grateful and bitter at the same time. When you focus on what you're thankful for, negative emotions lose their grip on your mind and heart. Gratitude replaces those destructive feelings with joy, contentment, and appreciation. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to naturally gravitate towards positivity, reducing the mental clutter that often steals your peace. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. Rather, it's about acknowledging both the good and the difficult, but choosing to focus on the blessings that exist even in the midst of hardship. Gratitude is a choice. It's a daily decision to focus on abundance rather than scarcity, to see life as a gift rather than a series of problems. This mindset creates peace because it reminds you that no matter what is happening, there is always something to be grateful for. Another important aspect of gratitude is that it nurtures humility. When you are grateful, you recognize that you are not self-sufficient, that the good things in your life come from a variety of sources, other people, circumstances, and even a higher power. Gratitude shifts the focus from self-centeredness to a broader perspective that acknowledges the interconnectedness of life. This humility fosters a sense of peace because it relieves you from the pressure of feeling like you have to control everything. You realize that life is a gift, and this recognition fills you with a sense of awe and calm. Gratitude also amplifies joy. When you practice gratitude, you begin to experience more joy because you are intentionally focusing on what is good in your life. Joy and peace go hand in hand. The more you cultivate gratitude, the more joy you experience, and the more peaceful you become. Gratitude doesn't just increase your happiness in the moment, it creates a lasting sense of well-being that stays with you even when circumstances change. This joy isn't dependent on external conditions, but comes from a deep-seated appreciation for life itself.